Organization of African States. That conference took a very strong stand against the remnants, I would say, of colonialism in Africa. Then on Friday, in your address to the General Assembly of the United Nations, you said we Africans will fight if necessary. Does that mean that you think the United African States should use force to liberate the areas still under non-African control in Africa?
ግርማዊነታቸዉ ባለፉት ጥቂት ወራቶች ውስጥ የአፍሪካ ዋኖች መሪዎች በአዲስ አበባ ተሰብስበው ግርማዊነቶም ጋባዦች ነበሩ። ይሄ የአፍሪካ መንግስታት ስብሰባ ስለ ኮሎኒያሊዝም ጉዳይ ጠንካራ አስተያየት አቅርቧል። ግርማዊነታቸው ደግሞ ያለፈው ዓርብ ዕለት ከሰዓት በኋላ ለተባበሩት መንግስታት ማህበር ጠቅላላ ጉባኤ ባቀረቡት ንግግር ውስጥ አስፈላጊ ከሆነ አፍሪካ ነፃነት ለማውጣት ምናልባት በኃይል ጎዳና እንከተል ይሆናል ብሎ ተናግረዋል። አሁን አፍሪካን በእውነት ሙሉ ነፃ ለማድረግ ግርማዊነታቸው በኃይል አስፈላጊ ነው ብለው ያምናሉ ወይ?
እንደምታውቁት ለሰላም ዓለም ሁሉ የሚጥርበት ጉዳይ ነው። ይህ ሰላም እንዲጠፋ ይልቁንም ትንሾች መንግስቶች ከኛ ጀምሮ አይፈልጉም። የአፍሪካን አንድነት ግን በመልካም ተመስርቷል። ለዚህም ምሳሌ የምንወስደው ስለ አፍሪካ አንድነት የአሜሪካን ህዝብ ምሳሌ ነው። በዚህ አኳኋን አፍሪካን ነፃ እንለቅ ያሉትን መንግስቶች ለመዋጋት ሁለት አይነት መንገድ አለው። ምናልባት በሰላም ይፈጸማል፣ ግን መመከት ደግሞ እንዳለበት ታውቁታላችሁና የመዋጋት ትርጓሜው ሁለት ነው።
In answer to that question, I would say that, as you know, peace has been the objective of the entire mankind, and I may say particularly so of small countries today. We have and we are confident that we have laid down the foundation of African unity at the recent conference that was held in May in our capital, Addis Ababa. Now, for the purpose of bringing African unity, our United States represents a good example for us. Now, for this question of liberation of African countries by use of force is our fervent desire and wish that situations will not come to this desperate stage. But however, as I stated yesterday, if there is no recourse for liberation of people under the yoke of imperialism, certainly that may be an alternative which African states would have to consider for the benefit of the continent of Africa.
In the meantime, sir, are the African states providing arms and other assistance to those forces that are fighting against existing regimes in Africa?
ግርማዊነታቸዉ ይሄ ከመሆኑ በፊት ግን ለነፃነታቸው በአፍሪካ ውስጥ በልዩ ልዩ ቦታ ለሚታገሉ ሰዎች የአፍሪካ ሀገሮች የጦር መሳሪያና ሌላውን መከላከያ ነገር ያቀብሏቸዋል ወይ?
መጨረሻውን ሰላም ከተፈለገ የጦር መሳሪያ ሀብት ወደ ሰላም እንዲዞር ዋና ምኞታችን ነው። ምናልባት ይህንን የሚደረግም እንደሆነ እኛ የሚያቀብሉት ሰዎች የሚሰጡትን ሐሳብ ከነሱ ሊጠየቅ የሚገባ ነው። መቀበል ግን ማንም የሚጠላ የለም።
I would like to say that on the general question, I hope that all material, energy and resources that are wasted for the purposes of arms race would cease to be so and would be converted for the purpose of peaceful advancement of mankind. But insofar as passing on arms to freedom fighters throughout Africa, perhaps the best first people to ask are those that have been considered to have passed such arms. But insofar as the recipient, freedom country, freedom-loving, freedom fighters are concerned, we understand their motives and it's legitimate.
Sir, as a great supporter of the United Nations, would you think that the United Nations might intervene in Africa and resolve this problem?
ግርማዊ ጃንሆይ የተባበሩት መንግስታት ማህበርን ዋናው ደጋፊዎች ከሆኑ ታላላቅ ሰዎች ግርማዊነቱ አንዱ ናቸው። ለአፍሪካ ፕሮብሌም እንደና ዘዴ ለማምጣት የተባበሩት መንግስታት ማህበር በጉዳዩ በሙሉ የሚገባ ይመስሎታል ወይ?
የተባበሩት መንግስታት በጉዳዩ እንዲገባ በግድ ያስፈልጋል። የሚገባበት ምክንያት የተባበሩት መንግስት ሰላም እንዲጸና መሰረቱ ይሄ በመሆኑ የተለያየ ሀሳብም ቢኖርበት መጨረሻውን ዩናይትድ ኔሽን የሚገባበት ነገር ነው ብለን እናስባለን።
Yes, I believe it's imperative that the United Nations come into the picture for solving this important African problem. The reason being that United Nations, by its own charter, is committed to the preservation of international peace and security, and since African situation is directly relevant to this important task of the United Nations, United Nations must come in to solve it. There might be difference of opinions in the organization itself, but the resultant effect of the feeling of the United Nations is no doubt in my mind is to help African countries to achieve their independence, and also my desire and hope is in accordance to the statements I've just made.
We'll be back with Meet the Press and more questions for our guest, His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I. But first, this message.